We're hot now. No, there we are. Hey, New York! We promised we'd have a selfie moment with all of you, so hold on.
So look happy, look happy.
Look happy.
All right.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Welcome to New York City Pride Rally for World Pride 2019, the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall Uprising. Woo! So many questions remain about that night 50 years ago. Who threw what? Who went where? Just why did that night become the night? We know that we owe much of what started right here 5 decades ago. We owe that to homeless youth and trans people of color who took the risk in fighting back. There was no Instagram, no iPhones, no satellite trucks or 4G internet. As much as we know of that night, so much more lives in the memories and spirits of people who are defined by the words brave, courageous, and proud. There's no single story to follow. There is, however, a collective legacy.
So, 50 years later, one thing is certain. You are here. We are together. There will be no uncertainty as to whether or not this moment happened and how it played out. Tonight, you are all a part of history. We are gathered during the world's largest gathering of LGBTQIA+ people and our allies. As we stand in solidarity on this historic evening, members of our community will speak from their backgrounds, from their lives, from their stories, truth to power. Like the Stonewall-era trailblazers, they press forward to fight for our community's equality across the world. We're honored to have all of you here. As you celebrate your life this weekend, remember to commemorate those who fought to get us here. Welcome to World Pride 2019. This is Stonewall 50.
Hello, New York City. Hello, the world. Woo! It is my sincere pleasure to hold the title of Rally Director for New York City Pride. And I am so thrilled to be standing on this stage. Behind me are just a few of the people who have made this event possible. I want to give a special shout out to Amanda, to Matt, to Emily, to Chris, Dave, and Marianne, who just spoke, and all of the people standing behind this banner, and all of the people that are volunteering for us this weekend, throughout the year, and throughout our past and into our future. Thank you very, very much. We are nothing without our community. We are nothing without our team, and we are nothing when we don't consider ourselves a family. On top of that, please, my wish to you this weekend and throughout the rest of your lives, stay safe, have fun, be gentle and kind to yourselves and each other, and please enjoy tonight's amazing lineup of speakers here at the Stonewall 50 Commemoration Rally. Thank you. Up next, I am thrilled to introduce a really amazing woman, an incredible politician, someone who has fought for our rights, and someone I am just so entirely amazed to meet backstage, Senator Gillibrand.
Hello, New York City Pride! There is no place that's better than New York City for Pride celebrations. Right here, celebrating Pride at the Stonewall Inn, we have the ability to start the national conversation about the future of gay rights in America and the fights we are taking forward and the fights we will achieve. And this is what it's about. It's about our voices. Right here, 50 years ago, this is where it all started. Our community rose up and fought back. People were willing to risk everything, their lives, what they did, what they loved. They risked all of it. People here are willing to march today to continue to fight strong for what we believe in. And 50 years later, all those battles were not fought in vain. Gay marriage is now the law of the land. Don't ask, don't tell is in the dustbin of history. Our HIV positive members are living longer, healthier lives, and I will fight to make sure PrEP is a right. Our Stonewall Inn is now a national monument. But we still have so much more to accomplish, which is why I am here. I will continue to lead the charge to make sure our transgender troops can serve in the U.S. military despite a president who does not support them. We will pass the Equality Act. We will make sure LGBTQ plus community members cannot be discriminated against in housing, in jobs, in adoption, in every federal way. We need to make sure that everyday discrimination of our LGBTQ plus brothers and sisters stop. Whether it's profiling by our police departments, whether it's discrimination by adoption agencies, whether it's discrimination by blood banks, whether it's just discrimination with the existence of conversion therapy. Let's ban it. I will lead the charge for a federal identification for an X so you can identify as you see fit. So I just want to close with this. We are a moment in our nation's history where your voices matter more now than ever before. We're at a place where rights are being taken away through the courts, in our media, state by state, conservative legislatures after conservative legislatures. If we do not fight today to be heard with our voices and with our votes, we will lose the progress of the last 50 years. We must not grow weary. We must not grow tired. We must never give up. We must never give in, and we must march on. God bless you all in New York City. Happy Pride.
Another wonderful person who is fighting for us across this great nation. Please welcome Congressman Gerald Nadler.
Thank you very much. I am here to deliver a message on behalf of the United States House of Representatives because the rest of our federal government won't do it. That message is Happy Pride. Much of the history of the United States has been a history of expanding the understanding of who we meant when the Declaration of Independence in 1776 said that all men are created equal. When that Declaration of Independence was written, that phrase, all men are created equal certainly did not include black men or Latino men or Native Americans or women, and it certainly did not include LGBTQ people. But we have, over time and through great effort and great struggle, expanded the definition of who is regarded as equal by the laws of this country. 4 years ago, we accomplished what people would have thought unimaginable. We achieved marriage equality. But it is still legal in this country, in many, many states, for someone to read in the newspaper that a gay couple got married and call the one in and fire him the next day for the crime of being a gay person. That will not stand. The struggle continues. A few weeks ago, we passed, first in the Judiciary Committee, which I chair, and then in the House, we passed the Equality Act. The first ever comprehensive LGBTQ civil rights bill that outlaws discrimination against LGBTQ people in housing and employment, in just about anything. We passed it in the House, and we will pass it into law. But that will require further struggle. But the struggle must continue. We have a lot further to go, and we will be standing with you every step of the way until I can bring you a greeting, not just from the House of Representatives, but from the Senate of the United States and the Presidency of the United States. And hold up a copy of the Equality Act that says signed into law. For Stonewall's 50th, we should take a moment to remember that it has been the Marsha Johnsons of the world, the Sylvia Riveras of the world, the Audre Lordes of the world, who stood up here and showed the rest of America the way. Let's honor them with action. Let's continue to honor them with action. We'll see you in the halls of Congress. We'll see you in the voting booths. We'll see you in the streets. We will prevail. Thank you very much.
Our efforts this year would not be possible without the great support of city and state agencies working behind the scenes to ensure everyone experiences millions of moments of pride. And what would pride be without the Stonewall Inn? Right over there. What sort of anniversary would it be if that glowing red neon sign were not illuminating Christopher Street night after night after night? 50 years after these very streets erupted into unrest for the sake of equality, the world still has a Stonewall Inn. It remains a gathering place for the LGBTQIA+ community in times of joy, in times of sorrow. And here we are, again tonight, together at Stonewall. Tonight, Heritage of Pride is honored to be part of a special moment for our community and two amazing friends of our organization whose passion and dedication and talent helps keep that neon sign on. Here to make that moment official is a fierce ally and advocate in our city's highest office. Please give a moment for me to stretch. This is how fucking pride works, people. Always going by the seat of your pants. And thank you for working with us. How many of you have come to us from overseas? Make some noise. How many of you are coming from inside the United States? Who has the pleasure of calling one of these 5 boroughs home?
Where are all my Jersey people?
We are so honored to welcome everyone. A big shout out to our Interpride members who are in the audience tonight, the international collection of Pride organizers from across the world. They are the ones who grant us the license for this World Pride title that everyone is getting to enjoy this weekend, and we are so excited. World Pride, Interpride, make some noise. I see some of you. I see a lot of faces out there I recognize. Well, we have no jokes on. We could tell you millions of jokes, millions of moments of prides. What we will tell you is to talk more about World Pride very quickly. If you didn't know this title of World Pride is something that was awarded to Heritage of Pride in 2015 in Las Vegas on behalf of the Interpride member organization. And prior to that, it had been around for a few years, most recently in Madrid and also Toronto, London, Jerusalem, and of course, Rome, where it started. That Rome occasion was in the year 2000. However, in 1997, a group of Interpride members met here for their annual convention to create the title of World Pride. So interestingly enough, as we stand here this evening, all these years later, World Pride has in fact returned home right here to New York City where it was created. The people that we are about to introduce to you tonight have been really great to our organization. They partner with us, they partner with the community. You're going to hear so much more about them and everything that they have done over the years, not just to keep Stonewall going as a bar, as an organization, but as a place for us to gather. And as their work has continued to push more and more into philanthropy, and they have done more to reach out with their powers to push more and more of our community into the spotlight, we are so thankful that they are here. And with all of that, and with those wonderful fun stories, you will not have to hear from me again the rest of this evening, because there are so many other people that are super excited to come up here, and one of them is here with us right now. Please give a warm, warm World Pride welcome to the Mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio.
Happy Pride, everybody! I can't hear you. Happy Pride! I believe we are about to have the greatest Pride celebration in the history of this globe. And we remember one night in our history, when a brave group of individuals said, enough is enough. And they stood up, and they rebelled, and they organized, and they triumphed. And you, everyone here today, everyone is living a better life because they stood up for all of us, didn't they? I want to hear a thunderous applause for the heroes of Stonewall 1969. I want to report to you from the stage that was pretty damn thunderous. Well done. All right. Are you ready for the biggest Pride event ever? Are you ready to keep the flame of revolution burning bright? Because this movement needs to stay alive, doesn't it?
I want to tell you, I have a tremendous special honor. I am the mayor of the largest LGBT community on the face of the earth, and I am proud of that. We are proud of that. We should be so proud of how far we have come, because remember when they said the love that dare not speak its name? Now we can shout that love from every rooftop, can't we? People are free to be themselves, but wait. And this is where I got to be serious for a moment with all of us. People have been free to be themselves. But now there are some who want to take us backwards, aren't there? There are some who want to take us backwards. We see people trying to take away the rights of the LGBT community. We see our trans brothers and sisters being excluded from our military, even though all they want to do is serve their nation. We see, and I hate to have to say this out loud, but I will, we see a white supremacy movement in this country. And I tell you, if you're from the LGBT community, you should be afraid of that white supremacy movement. If you're from the black community, you should be afraid of that white supremacy movement. If you're from the Latino community, you should be afraid of that white supremacy movement, or the Asian community, or the Native community, or if you're a woman, or if you're a Jew, or if you're a Muslim. Because that white supremacy movement is trying to strip away all the progress we all have made together. But they didn't remember one thing. They didn't remember that that spirit of Stonewall is alive and well, and we are ready to fight back, aren't we? So I want to say to everybody, in New York City, we have proven that when you give rights to more and more people, everyone benefits. When you respect more and more people, the whole community gets stronger. You know, we believe in New York that people get to choose which bathroom they want to use. And guess what? The sky didn't fall. We believe that a person has a right to have a birth certificate that actually shows their real identity as they believe it to be. We believe we have to honor our LGBT seniors who fought for all of us. And we need to embrace every young person. And if a young person, God forbid, they are ever shunned by their own family, and everyone here knows, everyone knows someone who was turned out by their own family. I cannot think of anything more awful or unfair or unloving than to turn out your own child. But here in New York, if their family turns them out, we say, you are ours now. You're all of us. We belong to each other. But today we're also going to devote ourselves to going farther, because for trans people in this city, in this nation, we still have to do more to bring freedom and respect. For non-binary people, we have to do more to bring respect, understanding, and support. And I have to say this from the bottom of my heart, we need justice for Layleen Polanco. We need to know what happened to her. It should never have happened. She should never have been in jail to begin with. I finally want to say to you, we announced something a few weeks ago that is the first in the world. In this city, we are honoring heroes who got ignored, who were taken out of the history books, who were not given their place, but they led the way too. In this city soon will be the first statues anywhere in the world of trans heroes who helped fight for the liberation of everybody. Give your love to the memory of Marsha P. Johnson. Give your love to the memory of Sylvia Rivera. They helped to write history, but you know what they expect of every one of us? Look up as I say this to honor them. They expect us to write the next chapter of history. They expect us to look out for whoever is being oppressed and stand up for them. They expect New York to be a beacon for this world, and we all have to make it that beacon. And this is a city that's proud of the fact that we speak more than one language. En español, nuestra ciudad está orgulloso de ser el lugar donde nació el movimiento de derechos civiles de la comunidad LGBT. I cheated there a little. Hoy honramos al Stonewall Inn y los héroes que acabaron con una injusticia aquí hace 50 años. Lugares como Stonewall nos recuerdan que cada uno de nosotros tiene el poder de cambiar la historia. We remember places like Stonewall because they remind us that each one of us has the power to change history. Now join me in welcoming two people who have done something wonderful. They are activists in this community, and they are two of the owners of Stonewall, Stacy Lentz and Kurt Kelly. And they helped to save the Stonewall Inn when it was in danger of closing. They helped to save it for all of us. And behind them tonight, joining us on stage, some of the brave people who were there 50 years ago, some of the heroes. Marvel Comics has nothing on these heroes. I have the honor of issuing a proclamation today on behalf of 8.6 million New Yorkers. Are you ready? I'm not going to read it to you, except the last line, because I think it's the one you'll like the best now. I, Bill de Blasio, Mayor of the City of New York, do hereby proclaim Friday, June 28, 2019, the City of New York as Stonewall Day. Happy Pride.
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, thank you, Mayor de Blasio. Another round of applause for our mayor. Thank you so much. This is incredible. And first of all, man, what an honor to be standing on stage of the actual heroes of this night. Another round of applause for the Stonewall vets that were here this day. Without what those particular brave men and women did at this very spot in 1969, on this very day, 50 years ago, we would not have many of the rights we have today. We must never forget our history. If we don't know our history, there's no way we can change our future. We have to remember this and honor them at every chance. The main thing I want you guys to take away from World Pride is we have these amazing events, these amazing parties. Yes, it's time to celebrate the progress. Yes, it's time to honor the brave men and women and honor our past and progress. But the fight is not over, and we have to recommit. Everybody here has to recommit to standing together as one community. No infighting based on gender, race, religion, or for our trans brothers and sisters. We are one people, and that's how we're going to make progress. And as we're celebrating, let's not forget what some of that progress means. Here in America, in 28 states, you can still be fired for being LGBTQ. Literally, you could get married on a Friday and be fired on Monday. So we've also got to remember that we have the opportunity when we go out to the ballot box to make that change. That's everyone here. Also, we had people that were welcoming from around the world today. We have to remember that a lot of you may come from countries where being LGBTQ is still criminalized. It's criminalized in 69 countries still. We've got to fight back and make that change. So on behalf of my partners, that we're honored that we got the opportunity to keep the legacy alive of what those brave men and women did in 1969 through the Stonewall Inn and using it as a vehicle and putting it back at the forefront of gay rights and not just remembering its history. And we thank you all for being here. Happy Pride and keep up the fight.
Hello, 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 everybody, make some noise! Hello! Happy World Pride! Hello, everybody, we are so excited to be here. We are Stephanie's Child, New York City's